Hello and welcome to a brand new day of free-to-play here on Magic the Gathering Arena. Get the dish on the latest with me, Lord Rumfish. So today I've got another green deck for you guys. What can I say? I'm a green mage. This is a Jund deck. So, or Riveteers from Streets of New Capenna. It includes a little bit of black and red. So the black and red cards are all the gold cards you see through here. There's a couple of Riveteers Charm, good answer card. A couple of Unleash the Inferno, another cool answer card. Used to be one of the few ways in Standard that cleanly answered Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Buffer 4 mana. Soul of Windgrace is hanging out, being a cat avatar, doing some things with lands. And 4 copies of Rebuild the City from Aftermath. Now, there are some neat lands that we can copy. We've got Drannith Ruins in the mana base that could, turn them into a source of +1 counters. Field of Ruin, so we can just, start blowing up the opponent's lands if they don't have enough basics. Get rid of their, annoying lands like Mirex. We could make 3 extra copies of Mirex, and then we've got more mana to activate the Mirexes with. So, kind of a combo a little bit. It's synergy, let's say. It's synergy. But one of the things about the deck is Roaring Earth. It's an uncommon from Kamigawa. So, just 2 mana enchantment, landfall, and whenever a land enters under your control, put a +1 counter on a creature or vehicle. And you can also channel it to make a land into a spirit with haste. Just make sure you don't completely tap out when you do that. Leave 1 mana untapped to be the land that you're targeting. But most of the time you're going to want to play this on its front face. So this card combos with things like Awaken the Woods, right? So you make all these land tokens. And then this plus Roaring Earth puts out a bunch of +1 counters wherever you want them. Roaring Earth also just plays well with Topiary Stomper. It's a creature that forces a land to come out. So you can make the Stomper a 5/5. You can make something else bigger. There's other land fetchers, like there's this one of Invasion of Zendikar. Conduit of Worlds can pull things back from the graveyard, like the Riveteers Overlook, or the Channel lands. But then Rebuild the City. Rebuild the City makes land tokens, just like Awaken the Woods, and also plays well with Roaring Earth. You can make them, 4/4s. You can make one a 6/6. Whatever you like. Take an existing creature and make it bigger. Titania's command can search for things that are not basics. We have, a few interesting options. Kura the Boundless Sky can also search for lands that are not basics when it dies. Or just make a giant token based on the number of lands you control. So there's a lot of land theme in this deck. It's kind of a Rebuild the City deck. It's kind of a Roaring Earth deck. There's just a bunch of other synergies that are all tossed in along the way. You got Titania, Voice of Gaea, who can get value off of things like the Riveteers Overlook. You might even flip her over with Argoth. Soul of Windgrace also plays around with the land theme of the deck. There's a lot going on here. It's all pretty neat. It's a ramp deck at its heart, and it's a, creature land deck, a Roaring Earth deck. And I think you'll be pretty impressed with what you see. We had to keep the basic count fairly high. Between Riveteers Overlook and some other things that fetch basics. Had to go in a little bit deeper on the basic lands than you normally would for a 3-color deck. but this deck is kind of core green with little bits of black and red. There are 28 lands in the mana base, and I think that's enough explanation for now. Let's get into some games. We're up against Uber 770. Yeah, this looks fine. Proving ground. Ceiling curtains. Oh, let's go play the Rockfall Vale. Frankly, if they take a card and make me draw a land, that'd probably be good for me. And go ahead and get this swamp. Got a good mix of mana colors here. Training grounds, interesting. Someone's trying to use training grounds in the standard deck. Alright. I mean, it's a good, powerful card. You just gotta pair it with the right stuff. Anyway, yeah, anything you take from me is just drawing me into a land here. Which can only really be a benefit. Yeah, I think it's right here to just go in on this Awaken the Woods. Are you gonna bounce it? Oh, that's terrible for you! That's terrible for you! Don't bounce my creature that gives me value, you silly goose. Alright. Roaring Earth. Topiary Stomper. Pay the 2. Get a forest. Put a counter on the Stomper. I'd like to bounce him again? Very mastermind. Okay. I'll attack. They want to attack too. They want to attack. That's fine. Get another forest. I'm gonna spread the love. Put some counters around different things. Let's see, if I rebuild the city before combat... No, wait, it's Titania's command, isn't it? It is. That's what's going on here. Now, if they sacrifice a creature and they have a make disappear, they could counter this. They do not. How much is that? Lethal? That's lethal. Draw me a card. That's actually kind of cute. Third time plus Fairy Mastermind. It's kind of cute. Anyway, they're about dead. I mean, they've got a kind of scary board themselves, but I don't think they can afford to attack here. And that means they're in big trouble. Here's another counter. Let's see, how's the best way to do this? Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I want to cast Rebuild the City. I'm going to target the Deathcap Glade. So... like so. And I guess I could make them sacrifice... Okay, they've had enough. They're up against Stivoli. Yeah, this looks fine. Play the Rockfall Veil. Alright, it's a forest, Azusas. Oh, you want to counter it? No? Siphon Insight. I'm thinking that my deck's going to serve me better than it serves you. We'll see. Probably they should have gotten a land from my deck if they had the option. Let's see, I'll play a Field of Ruin, play this Invasion of Zendikar. Would you like to counter that? No? Just Siphon Insight? Sure. I'm ramping. You'd better be grabbing the pieces that let you ramp. Assuming you have any basics in your deck. I mean, you might not be able to ramp with the cards in my deck. In which case, they'd be pretty bad for you. Alright. Black and red. Let's see. Oh, I can use the Draenith Ruins. Wait, why not? Oh, it's a human. Interesting. Okay. Well, in that case, should I try to get the Titan of Industry? Because I think I'd rather them counter the Titan than to rebuild the city. Yeah. Let's go for it. Okay. 4/4 Rhino, put a shield counter on something. Might not be the Titan. Turns out it is the Titan. They could have Void Rended the Titan of Industry while its ability was on the stack. And the shield counter would have gone to one of those smaller creatures. Instead, they chose to do this. You're playing Azusa's Many Journeys. Do you have 2 land drops in your hand? Doesn't look like it. Okay, they've got Sheoldred's Edict. That might be why they played it that way. Now... let's see. If I use the Field of Ruin, I'd go down to 4, I'd go up to 5... played the Takenuma, that would be 6. Okay. So let's pick on their white mana. go get another green. Do you have basics in your deck? Okay, you got that. And I think I'll copy the Draenith Ruins. And sure. Flip this battle. Those all have Vigilance, so you can attack with them and then use their ability post-combat. Or on the opponent's turn. Yeah, I can use it on the opponent's turn with Sokenzan. Huh. That's kind of neat. Go ahead and fetch this mountain. Pretty sure I just swing in here. Okay. Memory deluge. Sure. Okay, they flip the Azusa's many journeys. They have their own Field of Ruin. Could blow up one of those. Okay. We're up against Andrea 94. Keep it. Play the Veil. Okay. Forest, Azusas, and a tap land. Love to get down a tap land with Azusa's mini journeys. Flesh Gorger. Okay. Well, let's see. I will play the Stomper here. Yeah, I'll get the Swamp. Why not? Play the Overload. Probably just grab another green. Again. Interesting. I didn't think many people actually played Gix. Well, there's a Boseiju. I guess it would be nice to have untapped mana here, so let me copy the Rockfall Veil. Yeah, I'll come back. Gix's Command. Not the best here. for sure. This makes me sack a Stomper and makes their Gix a little bigger. Huh. They're choosing to attack. Well, seemed very suspect to me. Not letting you through. Okay, so their board is bereft of creatures. I think I go ahead and move forward with the Titania's command then. Just the bears and counters. And I've got this Tear Asunder if they play another Flesh Gorger. They're one off from playing the big version of the Flesh Gorger. Sholdred. Okay. I guess I'll kill her on my upkeep? Well, maybe it'd be better to see what I draw. Because I might be able to just lethal them out. Yeah. Losing 2 life doesn't matter that much here. Okay, it's just a Takenuma. So... go ahead and remove Sholdred. And I've got 18 damage on the board. So the opponent needs to remove something. Sure. That takes it down to 13 damage. So they go to 3. Let's see, I do have a Stomper down there I could get back, so I don't think I'm going to play the Takenuma. Could be more useful as a spell, and they're done. We are up against Ronda 22. Oh, looks like a pretty good hand. I'll keep it. Okay. Overlook will go get a forest. Spar's headquarters and a plains. So, could be a lot of things, I guess. I'm gonna guess soldiers right now. Alright. Here's Azusa's. Play the Wastes. They don't need to know I have red yet. Okay. Blue-white, and they haven't committed anything more to the battlefield yet. Well, here's an Azusa's. Would you like to counter it? Okay. There's a Sokenzan. Auto-tapper got me. Auto-tapper got me. You have to pay attention to these pain lands when you're using the auto-tapper. Okay, Thirst for Discovery, and they just ditch a couple of white removal spells. I mean, Soul Perdition can be like a tempo play. It's not exactly removal. Protects your own things as well. Okay. So, Play the Roaring Earth. Put counter on the likeness. And I'll wait on playing these things that produce land tokens until next turn. If they have, what's-her-face that blows up artifacts and enchantments, they'll probably kill the likeness. Okay, lay down arms. So that's 2 of them already. I'll probably get all 4, because that's how the shuffler is. But... Alright. Proving Ground. And I'll do Awaken the Woods for 3. Let's turn them into 2/2s. They seem very much like a control deck. Yeah, I wasn't surprised that they do like a sweeper effect there. Okay. So this turn I'm going to rebuild the city targeting the Proving Ground, I think. Let's make a bunch of 4/4s. They have Vigilance and Menace, so they cannot block, and I can unleash the Inferno on whatever they want to try to do here. I think I'm gonna go X's 4 on Awaken the Woods. No, that's not it. That's not the way. No, first I attack. I know I could put counters on them, but I'm trying to get their removal and sweepers out of them. Don't want to play into the next sweeper too heavily. Memory Deluge. Okay. They can't block. They have Menace. Okay, I'm going for a Ganjo here. I think I let that be. Okay. Nissa for everything. Go ahead and blow up their little token.
Vanquish the unfit.
That's fine. Okay. I do have a land down there. They've got an Iganjo down there. That's pretty good. So, got plus.
Our strength multiplies.
Play Soul of Windgrace. I have 2 mana for your Make Disappear. If you even run it. I mean, they look like a spell-heavy deck. So they could have a counter spell or 2. Soul Partition. Very well, I will just recast her. I'll go to my graveyard. Target, yeah, sure, the Soul of Windgrace. Give me a mountain. Target the Soul of Windgrace again, why not? So they, temporarily exiled the Nissa, but they're still dead? So they're acting like they've got a Wandering Emperor here. Let's see. I can make X 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I don't have much else to do. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I could play Nissa on her 5 mana form. Let's see. Or attacks. I think it's worth it. I don't care if they have a Wandering Emperor. Get a forest. Another counter on the token. If they have a Wandering Emperor, I want them to kill the token. Sure, you got a blocker. Block the 9/9. Wandering Emperor.
I'm not overconfident. You're just underwhelming.
Okay. Yeah, I punished them basically by putting the counters over here. So, let's see. I guess I could go ahead and kill the Wandering Emperor and blow up their token. I think I can wait though.
You're done.
Alright, so let's play a 5-mana Nissa. Okay. You got nothing. Yeah, you got nothing. And I got lethal here if you can't stop this 9/9. A land, huh?
Our swords will cross the
Might have gotten a Wandering
To me.
Emperor, or that might be a desperation play. Since they have a blocker, I don't think I'll do the Awaken the Woods pump.
Phyrexia's plans are already in motion. We can improve upon your ideas.
Well, actually, this should all work just fine, right? I mean, I can just kill... Okay, how much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Awaken the Woods or X is 2, that would only be 11 damage. Okay, okay. In that case... Sacrifice your Planeswalker. Just come in here. There you go. I'll play this Azusa's mini berries. Patience here. If they have a board sweeper, I want them to use it like a 1-for-1 kill spell. No extra value for them. Okay, there's a farewell. Here is Roaring Earth. And I can do X as 4. So yeah, these little dryads are a bunch of 2/2s now. Let's see if I can resolve or rebuild the city here.
I hope you're ready to lose. This is
hope you're
what
ready
you
to
get
lose.
for hurting my people.
Looks like you are. We are up against Sanio. This is not a great hand. I think I'm going to mulligan this one. Alright, I have to keep it sooner or later. Put back the Titan for now. 28 lands and you can't get a 3-land hand. Alright, forest. We've got a Seachrome coast over there. Island. Sungold Sentinel. Could be soldiers. Haven't seen a lot of people try out Sungold Sentinel and soldiers, but it's still a good card. Pete's on the graveyard. Can eventually, with Coven, gain hexproof from a color until end of turn and can't be blocked by creatures of that color. Not quite the same as protection, but it's a good offensive ability if you get Coven turned on. Sky Strike Officer, yeah, soldiers. Okay. I guess I could play the Roaring Earth just to get it on the battlefield. So let me go ahead and fetch up a red right here. I don't think I'm going to play the Roaring Earth yet. I think I'm going to use the Field of Ruin to go fetch my black mana. Might do it at their end of turn. Okay. Get a black. Opponent gets a white. Makes sense. flip our Saga. And we've got some choices as to how we want to play this here. I could play the Roaring Earth, play a land, put a counter on the likeness. The opponent's probably got some kind of removal for the likeness, so I don't like that line especially well. I could play the Kura. It gives them more to worry about. I mean, with the blue in their deck, they could have a counter spell here. They're probably just going to flash out soldiers that make tokens. But Unleash the Inferno has a soldier that it can hit as a target. And I like that. So I think I'm going to use my instant speed interaction here. Alright, here's a reinforcements. Okay. Should I not let them untap with the officer? I think if they have a counterspell, I'd rather make them use it on their turn. They don't often run counterspells, but, you know, they don't have to run blue at all. They could be running just white and Thalia, and they're not. So... Scroll. Okay, that's a better artifact to destroy. Okay. Kill the officer. That might encourage them to tap down a bunch of creatures. They could have Coven for the Sentinel. Alright, tapping some critters down. Blow it up. Well, they didn't activate the ability of the Sentinel when they could have. Oh, Emperor. Okay.
Run away. You'll be safer.
That's fine.
I have got new moves to teach you.
Alright, so I could go with Titania's command here. Make a couple of 4/4 bears. I think I'm going to play Kura this turn, though. Okay, veteran.
We've got the edge in this fight.
They have finally chosen to attack. After great deliberation. Okay, rebuild the city. Yeah, I think that's a better thing to lead on here. no attacks.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
Okay. I don't think that's going to work out very well for you, opponent. They must be feeling desperate here. I guess I make the spirit. Kill the Emperor. I could have another one, but she's got 6 counters on her.
I'll be back.
Pretty useful to get rid of her here. Alright. I think it's time to get down the Roaring Earth. The opponent's had me on the back foot all game, but I feel like this is the moment here. Are you just gonna activate the beachhead and try to attack me? Okay, Wandering Emperor.
I hope you're ready to lose.
Sure.
You're done.
Let's tear this soldier asunder. Okay. So I think, this is for science here, I think if I search up the lands and then make the bears, the Roaring Earth will see the bears. I'm not for sure, though. Let's see, I'd like another red source. So maybe I'll go ahead and grab a Riveteers Overlook that I can start juggling with the Soul of Windgrace. And for my other trick, maybe I go for Argoth. Yes, it does see the bears because all of the effects of the card resolve in order before targets are chosen from putting this ability on the stack. I guess if I'd gotten 2 Riveteers Overlooks, I would have gotten 2 landfall triggers. Well guys, the deck did just fine. It's surprising how often with 28 lands in the deck that the Shuffler will not give you more than a 2-land hand. So as far as changes I would make to the deck, possibly I would, like, I don't know, drop a Kura and a Rebuild the City and add 2 more lands. I know that sounds crazy, but the other thing you could do is you could shore up the black and red in the mana base a little bit, add some removal spells down in the early part of the game, and that'll make you a little more resilient if you're on the draw and you're against aggro. If you're on the play, you're probably just fine against aggro, but on the draw, having some early game removal could be handy. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Wait a minute, not quite. I have one more thing. My birthday cards. I do have some more cards coming in, but let's go ahead and continue this tradition here. I'm going to open up another Aftermath Epilogue booster. And if that sounds crazy to you as to why, I have a couple episodes. One is Let's Talk About Aftermath, and another one more recently is Let's Talk About Tales of Middle-earth, Lord of the Rings. And if you watch those episodes, you'll figure out my standpoint on why I enjoy bad Magic sets and why I'm choosing it, in this case, over other possibilities. One of the things is just that it's standard legal, but... Alright. We have a Death Rattle Oni. A Harnessed Snubhorn. Terrible card. Drannith Ruins. I think this is good. So many people have badmouthed this card. I like it. In a big ramp deck that has extra mana, you need mana sinks in the game to get some extra value, Drannith Ruins is cool. Foil Filter Out. Check out my video on battle control, where I use a bunch of battles to remove all the opponent's stuff and then filter out to bounce the battles back to my hand. It's a really neat deck. You should check it out. Filter Out's a strong card. Arnie Metalbrow and Weird Art. Terrible card. And a little insert card. In this box, I've already opened Nissa, and, you know, some other decent stuff, like Proving Grounds, Training Grounds, whatever they're called. So I'm pretty content with the things I've opened. And I'm happy to have more cards coming in. Anyway, like, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff. Until next time, never stop honing your critical thinking and empathy.